Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. So, we are discussing the chapter Growth and Development. So, today we will discuss some factors that affect or that influence the human growth and development. So, let's see how these factors affect the growth and development of human beings. First is hereditary factor. So hereditary factor or biological factors, they play a very significant role in the growth and development of individuals. So these characters are known as hereditary factors or hereditary characters. Why? Because this type of characters are transferred from their parents to the offsprings. Okay, so these characters are not changed. What is present in their parents, that the same character will transfer from the parents to the offspring. So when during fertilization, when the sperm and ovum fuse together, they are called the reproductive cell of father and mother, means the sperm and ovum, they are known as the gametes. And after fertilization, they form the zygote, and after that the embryo. So inside their gametes there are some thread like structures, so that they are called the chromosome. And inside the chromosome there are a long molecule that is called DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. So inside the DNA it contains the hereditary units, that is gene, and gene carries this particular characters from the parents to the offspring. Like it helps in the development of certain characters like color of the skin, our blood group, hair color, our body weight, height, like this. So if these genes are arranged properly and all the essential genes are present into that individual, so there will be proper growth and development. But if any gene is not there or any gene is absent, then there is some problems or some abnormalities arise, and no such proper development will be there. Next point is the environmental factors. So in last 20,000 years there has been a very little change in human beings, and this is only due to some environmental factors. Okay, and environment plays approximately 50% role in our growth and development. So two types of environmental factors are there: internal factor and external factor. So internal factor means it is the internal condition of a individual's body, of our body, internal condition of our body. So these conditions are formed due to different actions or different physiological processes that occurring in our body. Like this system we have to maintain our proper body temperature, but sometime due to illness the temperature will increase, and that also hamper the proper growth and development of a child. Okay, the favorable condition have a good effect on the growth and development of a child, but if these conditions, means if the internal condition of our body is not proper, so the growth and development of the child also will be not proper. So let's see some external factors, external environmental factors. First is our physical environment. Means what is the geographical condition of our environment. So physical environment influence the growth and development of a child, and this physical environment includes the weather, climate, altitude, and some other geographical conditions. And usually it has been observed that the mild cold climate that has a positive effect on the growth and development of individuals. But in extreme high or in extreme cold temperature, it is the proper development is not possible. Next is density of population. So density of population also have a deep effect on the individual's growth and development, and proper growth and development do not take place if the density of the population is huge or it is very higher in number. So proper growth and development will take place if the population, means if the density of the population is less, and in some same way, when we saw the many seeds in a small area, if we sow many small seeds in a small area, they will not grow properly because the density of the population is very high. Next is our local environment. Our local environment also plays a vital role in growth and development. If our environment is not clean, it is not if it is unhygienic, then the growth and development will not take properly. And if it is clean and hygiene, then if it is clean and hygienic, then the growth and development will be in proper. And if the local environment is full of dirt, smoke, all the garbages, dust particles, that means that is an unhealthy local environment, and no such proper healthy growth and development will not occur in individuals. Next is our standard of living. So standard of living obviously has an effect on the growth and development of the children. So if the standard of living of a family is good, the children of that family, they also show the good health and development. Their heights will be sufficient, their weight will be sufficient, no such disease will be there, like this. Social environment. So social environment consists of all the morals and ethical values, social events, customs, traditions, some religious activity, attitude, beliefs, and all this. So these factors plays a vital role in the growth and development of individuals, either directly or indirectly. Like in some societies, there are prohibition against engaging in certain actions which significantly influence the growth and development of human beings, and it is a well-known fact that the growth and development of Greeks had reached at the top level due to their social and cultural activities. Now is gender. So gender is also a significant factor in our growth and development, because there is a clear difference between the growth and development of boys and girls. Okay, especially it is physically a huge difference. So usually we have seen that the boys are taller, but the girls show the rapid physical growth during their adolescence period, right? And girls are more affectionate, cooperative, sympathetic in comparison to boys in terms of their social development. Next is nutrition. So nutrition is properly means our growth and development is depend on the nutrition. Proper nutrient is very essential for the healthy growth and development. If there is any malnutrition problem, so malnutrition also a big problem in our society or in our country, right? So due to malnutrition, children develop some certain disease like undergrowth, bones are not developed properly, muscles are not developed properly, retarded development, vitamin deficiency, mineral deficiency, and different kind of disease are there. There is a deficiency of protein and carbohydrate and all. So we have to maintain our proper nutrition. We have to eat proper food, and that is having the proper nutrition in that food. And next one is personal factors. Although these hereditary factors, physical, environmental factors, this control the growth and development of individual, but some personal factors also influence the better growth and development of individuals, like physical exercise. If we regularly do physical exercise, then our blood circulation will be proper and high, and our muscles will develop properly, and the growth also healthy, it develops a healthy growth. Next is glands. So we have different glands in our body, and it controls our physical, mental and emotional development, right? So we have to make sure that these glands are working properly. Like pituitary gland, it is a main gland, and that mainly responsible for our physical growth. And some other glands are there, like thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, and these also affect the growth and development of an individual. Next, we need proper rest and relaxation and sleep. So this rest, relaxation and sleep, this also affect the human growth and development properly. If anyone sleeps for a long time, then there will be weight gain. And if anyone not working for a long hours, and they are not taking rest and relaxation, then there will be some problems will be there, like depression will be there, energy loss and all. So we have to maintain it properly. And next is disease and injury. So typhoid and our the head injury can had an adverse effect on growth and development of a child. So due to some disease, some individuals start losing the body weight, and if the illness is occur for a long time, so it can affect our muscle, it can affect our health. They can lose some of their tone and become flabby. And willpower is also influence the growth and development of the individual. And according to T.P. Nunn, the heredity and environment play an important role in the development of an individual, but the strong willpower plays a very vital role in the development. So if the child has strong willpower, his development will also be good.